afternoon, and we are a little bit later than normal. My name is Claudia van Zuiden.
And my name is Arturo.
Happy New Year!
Yeah, yeah, I forgot that one. It's already the 7th.
Yeah, it's already the 7th. I think you can say it up to 2 weeks, I think, in the New Year.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, okay, cool. Happy New Year. Best wishes.
So here we are in the new year 2022, and we have some tools to share with you for
Yeah.
the new year. So
Yeah, and more. And we also have an event that we want to share with you, and there's a discount. Well, maybe you can stay here and then see and listen what we have to offer you.
yeah. And then, of course, we want to know how you are, how you have started this new year, and what's new for you. And we don't really like to set like goals as such, you know, for New Year's resolutions and all that. We're not really. We find that a lot of people set these goals and then somehow it doesn't work. We really like to more embody what we already are, but we've maybe forgotten. So we want to connect more with what we actually already are within ourselves. So we wrote some things about that also this week, which we would like to share. And we're very excited about the new year, what's ahead of us and what's coming. And there's also lots of things happening right now in the world that we're not so excited about. But that's, of course, part of life. It's all there.
Yes, and well, about setting goals, what we see is that a lot of people are really setting goals and put a lot of effort in it and constantly striving and striving to get there. And it costs a lot of energy, a lot of time, and the results can be there, but also for a lot of people, they don't get the results they originally wanted. And it makes them, well, frustrated sometimes or disappointed. And what they forget is that they don't use the laws of the universe. And it can be much easier for you. And is it okay if I start by telling the post?
Yeah, of course, let's do that.
I wrote a post this week about 4 golden keys, how you can at least, well, change your life, change your level of consciousness, change your level of energy. And together they form one word. And the word they together form is fuel. So you need the fuel to go on, but you need also the fuel to start. And well, the first one is the F of focus. How strong is your focus? Everything you're focusing on is also growing. And what we see a lot of times is that people especially focus on the results, and especially the results that are not working for them. And with focusing on the results that are not working for you, you also send out some kind of energy, and then we come later in the fuel with the E, what that means. So what do you really, really, really want? And focus on that part. And of course there are things in your life that are not working at this moment. But if you're focusing on the results you see right now, then basically you're focusing on the past. What do I mean with this? Everything you send out in the past, like thoughts, beliefs, feelings, they manifest at this moment in your life. So what you see right now, if you look at that, then the manifestation, what happened now, started in the earlier days. Maybe yesterday, maybe a year ago, maybe 4 years ago. And that's one of the laws, that's the law of cause and effect. So focus on what you want. So start now the new future for you, for yourself, and that will help you to get other results. So that was the first letter, the F, focus. Then the second one is the U. Well, it's basically pretty simple. It's all about you. It starts with you. It starts 100% with you. How committed are you? How really, really, really do you want this? The change in your life or the new goals. So basically, it doesn't matter if it's something material or something else, but if you don't believe in it, if you're not 100% committed to this, then who is? So it's always about you. It starts with you. You need to do it yourself. And you cannot do it alone, but it starts with you. So that's the U from the word fuel. And then the E, it's about energy. And we already talked a lot about this, and we're not the only ones. It's already said for thousands of years. Everything is energy. Tesla said it. If you want to know the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, vibration. Einstein said it. Everything is frequency. Everything is energy. What you send out, you will get back. The universe will respond to that. It's not a philosophy, it's real physics. It's quantum physics. It's already showing it. Buddha said it. It's already there. So there's nothing new. But where do you really put your energy in? And energy is also your thoughts, your beliefs, your feelings. So if you really want to change your life, it's also needed to change your energy. And the energy starts with you, in your mind, with your thoughts. By doing this, you will also raise your own energy, so it's easier to overcome the issues or, well, the thresholds that you probably will see in your life. We all have. But you can easily overcome them when your energy is higher. And the last letter is the L, and the L is love. Everything exists from love. Energy is love. And basically, if you do what you love in life, then the universe will respond on this energy. And just feel the difference. If you do something that you really, really, really love, how do you feel? How do you feel that? What kind of energy, what kind of frequency do you send out? And compare it to a thing that you really don't like. Yeah, for me, it's all the things, how do you say boekhouding?
Bookkeeping.
Bookkeeping. For me, it's the bookkeeping. I don't like it. And every time I need to do it, and then it's getting heavier. So that's not the part that I really love.
How the expression changes.
Yeah. But when I talk here, this is what I love. To sit on a stage, to work with people in a group, coaching people, to walk in nature. This is really what I love. And then the energy is totally different. So if you go to all the four golden keys, the first golden key is focus. The second one, it's about you. It starts with you. The third one is the E of energy. And the last one, the last golden key is love. Do it with love. Do everything what you do with love. But start with love. And if that's not possible, at least love the things you do. And together they're the fuel to go on, to really make the changes in this world. And then it's so much easier also to serve instead of looking for what's in it for me.
Lovely, absolutely love it. And it's so practical as well, what you say, you know. I suppose if you're not really aware of what energy is and how it affects everything, that might be a little bit challenging for people.
Yeah.
But if you just I think you explained it really nice to say, when I do something that I really enjoy doing, my energy changes as well.
Yeah.
So then you already get a sense of what it means.
Absolutely.
And and to say, you know, that's a big statement to say energy is love.
Yes, for me it is.
Of course, but if you're new to that.
Yeah.
I remember when I just started to become aware of all that, and it's like, whoa, that's a huge statement. So how could we experiment with that, or how could we experience that every energy is love?
Well,
Maybe you can help.
Go. Yeah.
with
Okay.
that.
That's a nice
And
question.
thanks everybody who's watching.
Yeah.
Really lovely that you're here and
Yeah.
that you're joining us in our
Yeah.
weekly
Yeah.
discussions.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
We always imagine that we have a little fire in front of us and that you're all sitting around it. So yeah, it's really lovely.
Yeah, well, how can you experience this love? Basically, it's pretty easy. Because if you do things that you like, what's happening with your heart then? What do you feel here?
I see Maureen is watching.
Yeah.
Maureen, you maybe remember how it was when you used to work with me, how wonderful that felt. We had a laugh together often.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, Mo, I miss you.
Can you see what?
And Esther, oh, there's Esther as well. Love you
Somebody
too.
says, because I don't.
That's Esther.
Oh, love you too.
Yeah, love you too.
Okay,
It's
yeah,
lovely
right,
that you're
nice.
here.
So basically, when you do something that you really, really, really like, then you feel the warmth here. And the warmth can only be in your heart when it's about love. If it's about hate, you won't feel the warmth there. If it's about frustration, you won't feel the warmth here. If it's about anxiety, you won't feel the warmth here. So, and it lifts you up. It lights you up, but it's also lifting you up. It makes you lighter. It's an energy that's less dense. It's more open.
Yeah.
And even when I say it right now, I feel it through my whole body.
Yeah, I
When
wonder if even the people who are watching it
Yeah.
can feel it. You
So
know?
if you really, maybe if you even do this, it lights you up, it opens you.
Yeah.
And if you do that, then you feel it probably right away in your whole, some kind of goosebumps or electricity. That's why love is, energy is love and love is energy.
Yeah, and I really love it also, you know, that you say we can feel it in our heart.
Yeah.
And if we look at, for example, in the more energetic fields, we say our body is built up in chakras, and
Yeah.
then those lower ones are more physically related,
Yeah.
and the higher ones above the heart are more like with the spiritual and the mental.
Yeah.
But the heart resides in the middle of that.
Yeah.
So it's that feeling for both and having the love for both, loving this physical body that we're living in a way that we take good care of it, but also making sure that we raise the level of consciousness.
Yeah.
And I
And-
really like that.
And what's so important to understand, the latest research shows that if you radiate the energy from your heart, it's almost 5,000 times stronger and bigger than the energy that you radiate from your mind, from this brain here. So it's also, you're reaching out much further to other people, to yourself. And, huh?
No, go ahead,
Okay.
I'll say in a minute.
Yeah, so Heart Math is really doing a nice job on this, on looking for this heart that also has a brain and has a memory, and it shows more and more and more that the heart sends so much signals to the brain, of course from the brain to the heart also, but from the heart to the brain is also so much signals. Can you really feel the difference if I'm sending signals from the heart to the brain with hate, frustration, anxiety, worries, or if I send it with joy, with love, with excitement, with how can I be of service to others? Can you imagine what happens also to the brain, what it will radiate? So it will radiate from your heart and your brain in the same, energy level and frequency level and vibration.
Absolutely, and Ratna is saying that they can feel it.
Yeah,
You're
okay,
coming through
nice,
you.
cool.
So that's beautiful. So it just
Thanks
shows
for the
that.
feedback, yeah.
It shows you that even, you know, we're just walking here through talking here through a camera and with you, but somehow the energy is coming there as well. So that's amazing how we can send all these positive energies out there, and to be mindful and aware that what we are sending out all the time around ourselves. And how that is affecting the environment as well.
Yeah.
Not just our own energy field,
Yeah.
but therefore again interconnects with others. So.
Yeah. And that's why we always say just just start with yourself, and you have an enormous ripple effect in your environment. It's so much bigger, and it goes so much further than you will ever know.
Yeah, absolutely. Beautiful. Well, that is, I think, really also easy to remember. Fuel, that is our 4 golden keys. I think that's beautiful and easy to put in our pocket and say, okay, so how is my focus? How am I, doing all these things? How's my energy? And am I connected with love or not? So thank you. I really like it. And my post was about, when the winds of change come in life, when things are changing so much that we cannot have control, how can we stay with the rhythm of our heart? Can we listen to our heart? Can our heart be our compass? And what I see nowadays, that there's so much happening, and there's so many people so saddened in the heart and have a very tender heart. It's all sometimes easy to say, well, let's just do everything out of love. But if life is really challenging you, that might be very hard to do, to connect with that heart. So what I see when there's so much happening right now, that a lot of people don't know. They don't know how to really make that connection. So I feel what happens then, we start to connect more with the intellect, more with the intellect than rather with the heart vibration. So when we are connected with our heart, we get often more the answers that are far more in alignment with what we really want, what our soul wants. So instead of going into the head saying like, oh, but society is telling me I should be doing this, or they're all doing this right now, so maybe I should follow. We forget how to connect with the heart. What is my heart really wanting here? So with so many things happening right now that I really find hard to understand, and we don't want to go too political and all this around it, but we are finding
sometimes we want to do it.
But not today, here perhaps, but what I find is, the ethics and the morals and the values, we step away from them. So what I really invite people to do is you have a choice when it all gets too much and the heart gets too sad. You can go and to yourself say, okay, well, I'll just ignore then all what my heart is saying, and I just get on with life, and I just do, and I just do what everybody does, and I forget about my morals and my values and my ethical principles and all that. That's one way, and I'm not judging that. There's also another way. There's also a way that says, but what does my heart really want? What is my heart telling here that says, wait a minute, can I just stop here? Because I feel there's something brewing here in my heart that is wanting to say something different, that is wanting to do something different. Do we then have the courage to go there? And how do we do that? Well, I find when I meditate, when I just take, if you've never meditated before, start with 5 minutes. Just start with 5 minutes, just watching your breath, and then you already create like a sort of more relaxed atmosphere in your body. And then you can ask your heart, what is really the wise choice here? What do I really want? What are my values? What are my principles here? Is this against what my soul wants? What I'm about to do, or what I'm about to say? And then connect with that heart. And what we find, the heart often will give you a totally different answer than the intellect. So when we start more living out of that heart frequency, it starts to also become your cellular structure. You become it. That's where people say you start to embody it. It's not just that your mind thinks it and therefore you do it, you're creating a new habit. No, you start to embody it. We all know how it is to be around with someone who really embodies love, who really embodies peace. And we want some of that, but we don't know how to do that. So I find by just going into meditation, just watching your breath, taking time, slow down in everything. Just slow down in everything. The way you eat, the way you have a conversation, the way you go walk in nature, the way you talk with your family, your friends. slow down. And when you do that, love can arise. When you slow down, love can arise. The intellect will just go, because it can't grasp you like that. It just wants to be there, it wants to be in the forefront. But when you slow down, you sink into the heart, and then the heart will speak. And then check up with your values, then check up with your principles, and make the choices accordingly.
Yeah.
So that's basically my message for this year to myself as well. Can I stay with my heart at all times? At all times. That's my view for this year, and every year after, every day, every second. Can I stay with my heart? And I might not always agree, but it doesn't mean that, I will step away from my heart. I might voice that in a way that I find is appropriate, and I need to see if it's beneficial. But I cannot lie to my own heart. And I think so many people are sad right now, or depressed, or don't see a way out, because they are not speaking up what the heart is telling them. So what do we then what do we see happening? People get depressed, they go to the doctor, they get antidepressants, and it just gets worse and worse and worse. And I'm sure if we have the courage to listen more to the heart and act from the heart and to share from the heart, this will be much less than what the world is facing right now. So it takes courage, and if you don't know how to meditate, there's lovely videos out there when you can start to know how to calm down a little bit the mind that's so busy, that's talking, the brain mind. And then of course we need the brain mind. We need the brain mind to make decisions, safe decisions and things like that. But I'm talking more of subtle level, more deeper level within yourself. So I really would like to know that, have there been times in your life that you were taught or told, or you acted out of a behavior that was maybe conditioned, and you said to yourself, now hold on a minute, this doesn't feel right anymore. It just doesn't feel right, and you stopped. And you made another decision, and you probably changed your life course because of that. And what was that in you that says, enough, I really need to listen to my heart here, and then you made a decision? And my question is, right now, do enough people do that at this time, what's happening in the world? Do they really say, well, hold on a minute? So.
Yeah, I love it. I think it's so important to have this ethical dialogues with each other.
Yeah.
Because everything is probably possible right now when you talk about all the things with your mobile phone and all these things that we can make. But is it ethical to use it sometimes? The things that we can do. Is it ethical to have all these, well, let's say, war stuff that we see? Is it ethical to follow people all the time? Is it ethical to have your medical history shown to everybody? Well, for me, I would love to have these kind of discussions with people, because sometimes I think we step over a line that can, bring us to a situation where where it's hard to go back, and then it's also a situation where most people don't want to go, but probably it doesn't hurt you right now, but in the long term. And if we can have these discussions with each other at our level, at the political level, then at least maybe we can come up with better solutions or different solutions.
Yeah.
So I like it very much what you said.
Well, yeah, that is. So that's how our year started.
Still a political statement or not?
And also, we have some. We're working on an ebook for you with 22 tips for this year, this new year, how you can really fully live from the heart.
Yeah.
So we will share that with you as well as soon as it's finished.
Mm-hmm.
And we've also really made a great program. It's a 4-week program, and that we are wanted to put online. We want to do it a little bit in the beginning of the year, maybe the first quarter, remember?
Yeah, I remember, but
But we're in the middle of getting that online as well, so and people can subscribe for that. It's like a meditation program, something that new habits that you can build that can perhaps be more helpful for you. And it's just like a little support with that, and you get a little videos with that. So we're working on that as well. And then we have on the 15th of January our Experience Day.
Yes.
And we still have an offer on for you. This time 25% discount on the 108 euros.
So instead of 108, it will be 81, I think, 82 euros, including it's including the lunch, the drinks.
Your maths is better than mine today.
Yeah. Including the drinks, a workbook, and well. So I would say sign up. And Ratna says something about.
You maybe can have a look on the other phone.
Yeah.
And see what happens.
Because you asked the question. Do you have some? Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know,
And Ratna says yes, definitely. And I took the step to live in Germany, and the body and mind were at conflict.
Yeah.
When I created the space between the two, I was able to have a new thought. That's where meditation has been a life-saving tool. Wow, that's great. I think that's the best description in the last 2 years I've seen. It's simple, really. It's so simple what you write down, but it's so true. It's so true.
Yeah, the heart won't lie, and your heart is your compass. And it sounds that like to you, it took you right to Germany. So. And that can happen, you know. I have seen I've made decisions like that myself, and I know people who've made decisions like that. And what I love about you, Ratna, because I also know you, of course, through working with you with the 4-Leaf Clover program as well, that you stay in the frequency of love. With that, there is still compassion, there is still empathy, love, and following your heart. And you embody that, and I think that is so beautiful. A lot of people often, when they make their decision, they get harsh. You know, this is how I see it. This is how it should be, and there's not that openness that you speak about earlier.
And then we also can relate it to what you said about being ethical. If you follow your heart, it's not only about what's in it for me. It's also with compassion to other persons, with empathy, with love, with really wanting to listen, and then you can have the ethical dialogues with each other. Then you're also open to other points of view. But you stay true to yourself. And a lot of people say it's or this or that, but it's and. It's really staying true to yourself and be open. Follow your own path and have compassion for the other person.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that, and it can be hard. And I've had a similar situation myself, when something like that happened. And what I did find with that was then the lack of compassion from the other side. So I think that was a good lesson for me as well, to say, okay, of course we all make decisions from the heart, but can we be compassionate, and can we have a dialogue as well? You know, if there's never been a dialogue around things, and all of a sudden there is something happens, then it can be quite a shock to the system. But if you are constantly living from the heart, you will have dialogues before, you can share things, you're open, and I think that is really important, that you make that a new way of being. So thank you, Ratna, for sharing your story with that.
So again, CWA Experience Day, January the 15th, whole day, live here in Bussum, on the location, including lunch, workbook, drinks.
Drinks, teas and coffees and water.
Yeah, that's for
gin
me.
And
That's
tonics and
no gin and tonics.
no,
no.
we're just joking.
Only Baileys. And
I don't drink even that.
and 2 facilitators. What more do you want? How to start? How can you better start?
Yeah, it's
2022 and really slowing down, find the connection with your heart, and also see how much more clear your path can be than you probably see it right now.
Yeah, and we already have a lovely group of people, so there's a few spaces left, but we're really looking forward, everybody who signed up already, to see you then. It will be fantastic.
Yeah.
We love sharing the experience days with you.
So 25% discount. Go to www.consciousworldagents.com
/experience day. And there you'll find the link to the tickets as well.
Yeah.
And I would like to add to that.
More?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you know what happens? Because sometimes I find that myself as well. I make like every year like a dream board or something like that, a vision board. And I find people might have joined already once the experience day, but every time you'll take away something else from it that will set you up for the whole year. So if you know of someone who's been, or you would like to try it yourself again, then you know it's a great opportunity. And the ones who have attended the experience days, they have benefited so much from it. So because we do also the 4-leaf clover program, but it might be too much for people or too expensive maybe, the experience day will give you another refresher and will help you to take the next step as well, if that's what you want to take in your life. So I think that's important to add to.
That's great. Invest in yourself. That's the best person you can invest to.
And like you said, you never know how far the ripples will go out. So, well, it's been so wonderful, and I hope one day we will sit around that fire all together again and talk about these things in life. And please share with us what touches you in your heart. What is it that in this year you would really like to do for yourself, coming from your heart? We'd love to hear that. Anything else?
Love you.
Love you. And thank you so much for being here. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Do we have a topic for next week?
What kind of topic do you want us to talk about, to write about next week?
Yes.
If you're live, you can be the first person to. Thank you, Edith. Thank you for watching again.
Thank you, Edith. Lovely that you're here, and Happy New Year to you. And let us know what you'd like us to write about, and write about it yourself too. Share with us what's on your heart with it. Okay. All right.
Yes. Okay.
Looking forward to seeing you next week. Have a wonderful weekend.
Bye bye.
Slow down and enjoy. Bye bye.